Hey, everybody. Welcome to Brunch, the daily morning show where we talk about the latest topics in pop culture. I'm Brittany Jones-Cooper.
I'm Shannon Coffey.
I'm Allie Colbert.
And I'm Lucas Tim. Hi, everyone.
Hi, guys.
Today we're going to talk about how Kelly Ripa and Mark Consuelos made their daughter's 18th birthday one she'll never forget, why Euphoria star Jacob Elordi is being termed the newest heartthrob, and why celebs are duck, dodge, and diving from Michelle Obama. Plus, TV host and Today Show lifestyle contributor Jill Martin joins the table. But first,
let's start with our first guest. Celeste Barber is a comedian, writer, and internet sensation best known for her iconic Instagram recreations. Here to tell us more is Celeste Barber.
Woo! Woo!
Hey.
Hi.
Well,
How are you?
Hi, good darling. How are you? Thank you.
You're very welcome.
I didn't know I had to walk out in these shoes.
You
wouldn't-
look great, girl, though.
That was a nice try.
Hi, how are you?
I mean,
Welcome.
it was
Hi,
a
Celeste.
beautiful show.
Shannon.
Hi, how are you?
Welcome.
Thanks. Oh, this is fun. Happy Pride.
Yay. Happy Pride.
Happy Pride, you
Feel
guys.
free to have a mint or a chocolate. Get comfy.
Water or vodka? What's this
Vodka.
guy?
Yeah.
It's water. I mean, we can switch it out for vodka if you want. Whatever you want. This is your time.
No, because I look like I'm in pajamas as well. I reckon if I have a vodka, I'll be like that.
You wouldn't be
love
the first
this
on this
look.
couch. though.
Yeah,
Yeah,
true.
Not at all.
Hi.
So you're on tour right now. So
Uh-huh.
exciting. Tell us, what can people expect if they go to a show?
The drinking games, which is always a good thing. I kind of just talk about the inside life of the Instagram that I'm doing, and now what it's like hanging out with fancy ass people, which is super fun. But yeah, it's an hour of. I would get my birth story in there, which you're all welcome to. Yeah, so it's fun. It's a lot of fun.
Nice.
Yeah.
And what do you do when you're on tour, like when you're not on stage? Like, do you have any like rituals, or do you like to go to certain spots around towns?
No, I usually just like to stay in the hotel because it's a really hectic tour. So sometimes we're in one town for like 8 hours. So Thomas, my tour manager, makes me go to the gym, which I hate, but I do it because I'm just seeing myself everywhere.
Yeah.
I'm actually really into it. So that's why I'm doing this. Like, hey, yo, yeah. Now I'll be professional.
We do have a lot of monitors.
Yeah, and I'm in a lot of
I just
pink.
noticed that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's nice. It's
I
bright.
love it. You're just like cheering
Looks
up my
great.
morning.
Well, do you want to know what? Because all of a sudden I've got a stylist now because I've become that girl.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
way to go.
I know, this was not going to happen a week ago when I didn't have one. I would have just been like, oh, look at your shoes.
Oh yeah, thank you.
Yeah, they're a thing. They're amazing. Yeah.
Now I'm looking at myself on the monitors.
Yeah, I know, we're everywhere. We're totally everywhere. Yeah.
You mentioned your Instagram, which
Yeah.
is how I first came to know you, and like so many of your followers. Like, I look forward to your posts.
Oh, that's very
Truly,
nice.
because
Thank
because you see these perfect models on Instagram, and it is so ridiculous. So,
Right.
what was the catalyst for you to be like, you know what, I gotta make fun of this?
I've always taken the piss out of myself and always taken the piss out of other people. So, oh yeah, that was either side of that one, that JVN one was a lift. So the lift.
I mean, it's one of my favorites, though.
Oh, I
because
did that the
bathtubs
other
are never
day.
big
Yeah.
enough.
Oh
Yeah.
God. See, sometimes they're pretty rough to look at though.
No, even if I've seen them a million times, I always laugh
That one.
out loud.
Yeah.
That's
over
a
again.
lift either side of me, and the doors kept opening. I was like, sorry, and then everyone just step over me and walk on. Yeah.
So, when you started doing these, were you surprised by just the response?
I knew it was funny. I knew I was onto something when I started doing it. So I wasn't like, oh my God. I mean, I think when Amy Schumer started following me or something, I was like, I'm amazing now. Like, that was really exciting. And like Reese Witherspoon or Gwyneth Paltrow, all those. So just pick up those names.
All right.
Put them there. But yeah, but when I was doing it, I knew it was funny. I knew I was kind of onto something.
I love that you say that, though, because you've been doing comedy for a while.
Yeah.
So you knew, like, when you have something special, I think that's really important to say. Like,
I
you
think
had, like,
so
that you knew the
too.
tone, you knew your brand, and, like, that people would
Yeah,
receive
and
it.
then I worked at it, and,
Yeah.
and as opposed to people going, I don't know how I just stumbled upon this amazing life I'm in. I'm like, well, I worked my ass off,
Right.
so I know what I'm doing. So, yeah.
And
Yeah.
you have a new book, Challenge Accepted.
Correct.
Tell us what readers can expect from that book.
They can expect a lot of laughs again, probably a bit more of my birth story. Maybe I'm in a bit of shock after my birth story.
Wait,
and I
you
need
mentioned
to...
your birth story. Can you tell us what...
No, you have to come to my show and read my book. I'm not telling you here.
Ooh, wow.
Damn. All right.
Yeah, there's my book. What is it? 253 Steps to Becoming the Anti-It Girl.
Right.
It's part memoir, part kind of advice manual, which
Yeah.
you know, not really, because I hate people giving advice, especially people who are famous on the internet. They're like, oh, all of a sudden, I'm a doctor. No, you're not. Just because you had an avocado doesn't make you a doctor. Miranda Kerr. Yeah, it's just, I kind of read Tina Fey's Bossy Pants and went, I want to write that. And I didn't. It's nowhere near as good as hers. But yeah, it's fun. It's just a kind of, it's not War and Peace. It'll take you like an hour to read. It's not that deep.
Yeah.
The font's real big.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, you don't just do this to read
And,
it.
you know, I'm curious. I do comedy myself, you know, Shannon as well. And these guys try and be funny. But,
You know what?
You can't help
Funny.
yourself, can you?
sorry, it just comes
Oh.
out. But what is the process of writing a book versus like a comedy routine? How does that differ when you're putting pen to paper?
Well, with the book, I kind of, it's just like a series of essays, and I treated it like that. And I did that, took on that idea that Hemingway said, where you write drunk, edit sober. So I did a lot of that. And I found writing the book really cathartic. Very, you know, I wrote a lot of it with pen and paper because it actually coming out really helped. With my comedy show, I find that I'm acting more in that. I approach that more as kind of a character. I mean, it's me on stage and I'm riffing, but a lot of it is me riffing, which you can't do in a book. You know, you can't just keep going back and going, oh no, that bit, that bit, that. So that's kind of the different approach for me. I do have to write a new comedy show and people want me to write another book. I have no idea how I'm going to do that because I'm like, oh, I'm out of stories. I'm done. I don't know what to do.
Tapped out.
Yeah.
I've tapped out of stories, but yeah, I'll see how I go.
Yeah, you said this is your first and last book.
Yeah.
So,
Sucks. Not the book. Book's great. Buy it. Buy it. But
You're not
it's
J.K.
like-
Rowling.
Yeah, no. But it's like having a baby where you're like, I'm gonna do that. Yes, I am. That's gonna be amazing. Then you're in the middle of having the baby and writing the book, and you're like, oh, I'm gonna die here. And then a few months after, you're like, I could probably do that again. It was great.
Yeah.
So no, silly.
With your posts, I also love, besides the pictures, the videos you do. The Cindy Crawford Pepsi commercial comes to mind, and then also the Victoria Beckham in my purse thing.
Oh yeah.
So when it comes to videos, like, do you find, like, which ones do you choose? Like, how does that come into your thought process? And also, like, how do you then do it? Like, it's just simple editing back and forth, or?
Yeah, I just do it using an app on my phone
Right.
to edit. But if you scroll, I was saying before, if you scroll through Instagram,
Right.
they pop up. And that's iconic, that Cindy Crawford one.
Oh my God.
And who drinks a Pepsi like that? Only Cindy Crawford.
Right.
So I tried it. It's always, you know, when you're drinking a soda, it gets fizzy in your nose, and I wanted to kind of do that. And I had her on my podcast, and I asked her about it. I was like, how do you do it? She's like, no, in the ad, the Pepsi ad, they half empty it for you and they do it. And I was like, oh, and I was like, you have a lot to answer for because of you, woman, we all now feel we need to look that sexy when we drink soda, and we don't. I was quite angry with her about it.
Well, speaking of that, it's so funny because your podcast, Less Than Her Best, you've had people on that you kind of parody, make fun of. What is that like, interviewing people? Are they usually game? They're fun? They love you?
So great,
Right.
so fun, so kind and open and generous, and it's really exciting. There's no kind of weirdness about it. They're just so, I'm very, very grateful and fortunate that they're all on board
Right.
with it. They just have a sense of humour. They get what it's about. Like, no one looks worse in those photos than me. So it's, yeah, no, they're really good sports about it.
I saw you last night and watched Robin's Live with Lisa Rinna.
Yeah.
That you guys are friends and you've been on, she's been on your show. Are interviewing people like Real Housewives, people like that, extra fun because they're more shameless?
Yeah, and I'm obsessed with it. And
Oh,
I'm
we're
like,
going to the table.
Yeah, give me the ins and outs. Where is that dog? Is it dead? Like, I want to know
Where is
everything.
the dog?
the dog?
Has it been exiled to somewhere with Lisa Vanderpump? Like,
It better be at the reunion.
Kind
The dog better be at the reunion.
no, do you know Lisa wasn't at the reunion?
Yeah.
Though, Vanderpump.
Yeah.
Controversial.
Here we go.
Done.
She is done, but
Done.
I think Dorit needs to
Yeah.
have
Oh.
a
needs to
bit
deal
of
with it. Yeah.
used your words, Celeste. I think Dorit should be in a little bit more trouble than she is about that whole dog thing.
Agree.
It was
She's just
real
kind of going, I don't know what
sketchy.
happened. I'm like, you started the whole dog thing.
Yeah, you passed it to some
named
rando.
You named it Lucy, Lucy, Juicy, Moosey, or whatever the thing, which is, to start with, neglect.
Right?
But
abuse.
yeah, I want to know. And also, Teddy, go away. I'm just bored of
Oh,
her.
see, I like Teddy.
Why?
I do.
She just needs to stay out of things.
I think she's just figuring it out and finding her lane, and that takes a minute.
No, it doesn't take 2 seasons. I'm done with it. I'm bored. Get out. Get out. I'm done. Wow, I went there fast. Also, Camille.
For the
Are we in or are we out? Like, are you a regular or are you not? I reckon they're going to bring her back next season.
No.
After that Brett Kavanaugh
No.
conversation, she related to Brett Kavanaugh.
I know.
No way.
But I think if Vanderpump isn't there, they've got to have drama. So they'll either bring back Kim.
Or Brandy.
No, Brandy,
Trashy,
boring.
too trashy.
Too trashy.
Right.
And just kind of one of those girls you can tell peaked in
They
high
need
school.
new blood.
And is now just boring. And she's
Right.
like, I don't know what to do, so I'll just be kind of bitchy.
They need new blood, younger,
Yeah.
real
They need new blood.
housewives.
And
What about
Camille
you?
should
Would
be
you
on
be
the
on the
only
show?
No.
You should be on the show.
No, I don't
Why
want
not?
to. No. No, because it's terrible. Because I'd have to get so much done
Well,
to
you're
get on
the
there.
stylist now. You're
I
ready.
have a stylist
Yeah,
now. None of this hair's really mine. Like, I'm practically a
same.
housewife.
Girl, same.
Yeah,
It's all good.
Yeah, none of it's mine.
Oh, well,
Yeah.
Celeste, it's so great having you.
Thanks
Thank
for
you so
having me
much.
on. Appreciate it. Thank you.
And you can learn more about Celeste's tour, book, podcast, and more at CelesteBarber.com.
Kelly Ripa and Mark Consuelos' daughter Lola got an unwelcome surprise on her birthday. On a recent episode of Live with Kelly and Ryan, the couple revealed that their daughter Lola walked in on them as they were having sex on Father's Day morning and her special day. Take a look.
So she opens the door, and we see the door open, and we're like, all right, good, close the door.
Yeah, we both say, no,
what are
I'm
you
being
doing?
resuscitated.
And she goes, and she's like, thanks a lot, it's my birthday.
She's like, she shuts the door and you hear, you just ruined my birthday and my life, and I used to see in color, and now everything is gray.
Poor Lola.
Oh my God. My
That's
favorite
true.
part was their retelling, though.
Yes.
I would love to walk in on them having sex.
They are hot parents.
They're such
Yeah.
hotties.
As long as they're not your parents.
Yeah.
And later in the clip, Kelly says that, that her and Lola like made eye contact. She's like, like one of those things. And they had to go down to brunch later, and Lola was like, you two are disgusting.
But
You two are disgusting.
The way Kelly tells us that they made eye contact, and she was sort of like, he's resuscitating me,
Yeah,
he's
yeah,
helping me. Like
yeah,
She was trying to figure out ways, and then Lola just closed the door and was like,
And I like how now when she goes into their room, she knocks really hardly, like a fireman knocks. She's like, boom, boom, boom. That's
she
what I would
should
have to do.
have done that in the beginning, though.
Yeah.
Right.
Well,
That's
I mean, that's what kids deserve. They really just act like the house is theirs, opening doors, slamming doors. You know, kids up to no good. And now you've witnessed this.
Why
Right.
not lock your door?
True.
True.
Well, especially because she said they were having an event, so like her in-laws were there, the entire house was full with family, and they were doing this and didn't lock the door.
And also, Kelly was doing Mark a favor, too. Which is like, she's like, I was not into it. Your family was downstairs. I was tired, but it's Father's Day, whatever. And then this happens. But yeah, I definitely think kids need to learn a lesson. You need to knock. Everyone needs to knock.
You should always
I think
knock.
always knock.
Knocking is important.
Right.
Yeah.
And
God,
some.
my sister never knocks.
Oh.
No?
No, everyone in my family shades her for not knocking on doors. That's a problem. She's constantly walking in at the wrong time.
Right.
She explained herself.
No, she doesn't knock. She's not a knocker.
Says, I do
her house.
not knock.
Yeah.
Knocking is not my thing.
Yeah, she's just like goes in. It's just like, what's going on here?
Oh,
Have some
weird.
respect.
I feel like when someone says like I don't knock, that they're trying to see stuff. You know,
Right. Yeah,
they're like
maybe.
trying to catch you, and I'm
Maybe.
like, okay, well
Well,
here you
perv.
go. I'm humping a pillow. now you know.
Yeah.
Like,
Well, that's because we've probably all been caught doing something that's like, you should have fucking knocked or whatever. But I guess Shannon's like, whatever, you're watching me hump a pillow, so that's
Yeah.
fine.
I've said it before. I used to lock my door when I would make my Sims woohoo.
Right.
see, my door growing up didn't have a lock, but I also really wasn't up to no good.
That's the thing, I
so-
wasn't doing anything.
Yeah.
Isn't
it's
it
not-
messed up though that when sometimes, well, what do you think about this? Parents sometimes punish their kids by, some kids that I went to school with, by taking off their door.
Heard of that.
Oh,
Or like
yeah.
taking off the lock. That seems to me, even though it's your child, a real big invasion of privacy. Like even if they're a child, it's so, it's intense.
So I'm kind of on the fence. I think if you have a teen who maybe has like a friend over a little often and they keep closing the door and you're a parent and you're trying to like keep your daughter from getting pregnant, I would take the door off. You know what I mean?
You could also talk to them about condoms and safe sex.
Well,
but
but
And it's always
whatever.
the daughter.
some kids are
To each their
sneaky.
own. To each their own.
It's never the boy. It's always the daughter. The daughter's punished for getting impregnated, but the boy is allowed to go and spread his
This is
seed.
true. I'm not saying that the double standard is okay.
I hate that.
Hate it too.
I'm not saying it's okay.
Wait,
Yeah.
this just reminded me. Is anyone watching 90 Day Fiancé the other way?
I've seen a couple of episodes.
What do you
see
mean the
there's
other
like,
way?
the other way, it's
In-
like where
in reverse?
Americans go to other countries instead of
Oh.
their lovers coming here. And there's a girl who like had a surprise pregnancy. She was like, I found out that I was pregnant 12 minutes before I gave birth to my son. And she didn't have a belly, she didn't have her period, and she just like surprise had a baby. And like the doctor was like, oh, you're like giving birth. And her mom thought she was a virgin, and she was like, oh no. I was just like, that's shocking, you know, but maybe she had too many doors.
Right.
Too many doors is the problem.
I am blown away by the whole I don't know I'm pregnant thing.
Yeah.
But
How
I
is
know
that
somebody who it's
possible?
happened to.
Are you serious?
I do, but she was young at the time. She's a grown woman now. She was young at the time, and she does admit now that she was in some like deep denial looking back. Like you can make your brain believe things and your body can react accordingly. So she was like 17 and she was like, I'm not pregnant.
Well, she's
I'm
not
not
just
pregnant.
having stomach
And she was
aches?
young and she wasn't showing. When you're really young, sometimes you don't show. And she went into labor and called her mom and said, I think I'm going into labor. And her mom saw her every day and didn't know she was pregnant.
Wow.
So
Was the baby like
Baby was healthy.
Jesus? Like, I don't know. Like, is this a Mary situation?
Yeah, how do you not see it at all?
yeah, I think there has to be something in your brain that shuts it down. Like, well, I'm not pregnant. You just keep telling yourself that.
That's
Isn't that
crazy.
weird? But wouldn't you use that technique even if you knew you were pregnant to have an easier pregnancy and just be like, I'm not pregnant, blaze up, drink, and then you're like, oh, I'm ready. Ew, yeah.
It sounds like a great
I'm gonna do
method.
that.
Yeah.
That's my
Sounds
ideal
like a good
pregnancy,
technique.
actually.
Yeah.
It does.
Yeah.
Well,
Moving on, guys, actor Jacob Elordi is getting a lot of attention for being the next teen heartthrob. Fans know Jacob from his role in Netflix's The Kissing Booth and now HBO's new show, Euphoria. But Elordi seems disinterested in being America's sweetheart.
Ooh, Jacob is scary. Jacob is hot. Man, this freaks me out. Like I was looking up his IMDb and like they've like cleared it out. So like it looks like he only has 2 projects. Like it looks like he only has Euphoria and The Kissing Booth.
Right.
And you know he had more roles before this.
But he said he didn't,
oh,
though,
so
I think.
do they do that?
Yeah, so like that's the thing that I learned like fresh like this past month is that like they go back and will clean out like any like indie projects you had so you look like you're like, oh, my first job is at HBO.
Right.
And you're like, I'm so successful.
I was
My
discovered.
God, they
Yeah.
do that?
Yeah.
Why do they do that? Fuck the man.
Fuck the man.
Why do they
But
do
Fight
stuff
the
like that?
He
God,
claims-
this audience is dead.
He-
Sorry.
Yeah, they're like, we
We
don't
even
like
have
you.
a pulse.
It's okay.
You guys are just like all in a coma.
We don't need outside validation.
No, we don't.
We've been on a year and they haven't canceled us. It's fine. It's fine.
What?
Well, Jacob claims, though, that he was like living in his car when he had a bad audition and discovered the Kissing
Yeah.
Booth. So who knows?
Oh,
it could
wow.
all be Illuminati deleting his IMDb page, make it look like
Also,
he's
like, so many celebrities have lived in their car before they got their big break.
yeah.
Yeah.
It's like you have to live in your
that
car.
part of the
Like,
narrative?
I'm gonna live in my car so I can become more successful.
Right. Like if you don't live in your car, you won't be successful.
I feel that way sometimes. He's a hottie, guys. Just want to put that out there.
Yeah.
And I haven't seen him in Euphoria yet.
He's so scary.
He's so scary.
Actually, like, you know, if any other actor, like, new actor was like, oh, yeah, I don't want to be sexy. I want to be serious. I'd be like, okay, sexy, shut up. But I'm like, oh, this dude actually has, like, the acting chops.
Yes.
He's literally terrifying. I do think, is this, like, something a woman can do? Like, can an actress go out there and be like, I don't want to be a sex symbol. I want to be serious. Like, are they
No.
still going to get sexualized?
Yeah.
And does him taking more serious roles, will that affect him being sexualized?
No.
I feel like people are still going to be like,
Right.
That's
Yeah.
a good point.
Well, you can be both.
Well,
Well,
yeah.
when a man, you can be an esteemed actor as well as a sex symbol. With women, I think it's hard to be both. You have to be.
Well, we're
either-
gonna try.
Yeah.
Right.
we're going to try.
Cosmo was saying though how he's sort of like reflected this evolution in his Instagram feed and like he's gone back and like strategically deleted posts and now he just posts black and white pictures of him sitting on rocks.
Serious, which
Right.
makes him
And
just
sort
look
of-
hotter.
Yeah, trying to curate that like
Yeah.
brooding, serious man look. But yeah, it's still hot.
But there is the real reality of the Twitter white guy of the month thing, which I actually learned from Diana Silvers, who's in Ma, and somebody named her the white guy of the month because she's this up and coming actress who's beautiful and she's young. She's a part of all these like cool projects. And so he's just like one of those, but he should like be more chill because next month there will be another white guy on Twitter, like another Timothy Chalamet or whoever.
But
Yeah,
like
he hasn't reached that level yet. But
Yeah.
it is amazing how we have these moments for people that
yeah,
just, like, kind of
but they don't last, so he shouldn't be complaining about it. Like it'll be like a minute.
yeah, I definitely think there's nothing to complain about being
Well,
loved.
I don't think he's
and-
complaining.
yeah, I don't think he's like but and also I think he's
He's disinterested in being.
right. But what Shannon said, I think he's really talented, and I'm excited
Yeah.
for his character was Euphoria. 'Cause I think it's going to take a turn. At least it's not going to be the stereotypical teen bully. Like, and already you can see it. Like his anger. He's really good at accessing an emotion where you feel like, oh, this is more than just being an ass. He's like dark. Guys, you have
Yeah.
to watch this show. It is a scene that's very intense.
I can't wait to watch more of that show and see how people are gonna react to it because it's so good. I also think it's so hilarious that the Kissing Booth has two of the strongest actors of that generation. Like Joey King is such an amazing actor,
True.
and for her to be opposite of him, you're like, wow, the Kissing Booth. Like, who would have thought?
Right.
Like,
And they dated for
great
a while.
cast. Great cast.
Again, Shannon says this at least once a week.
Yeah.
She's like, guys, Kissing Booth. If you haven't seen it,
It's just a piece of art. Like you can watch it with anyone. Watch it with someone. Brittany and I watched it with someone who laughed at all the wrong parts, and it was like a very interesting way to see.
Wait, when
like,
did you guys hang out?
this is like months ago.
Yeah,
like
it was
right when it came
forever
out.
ago. Forever.
Cool. I was busy anyway.
Sorry, guys.
Yeah, no, it was an accident hangout. It was like it was like late night, and I was like, hey, Brittany, what are you doing? And she was like, hey, I don't want trouble. And I was like, there won't be no trouble. We're just gonna watch the Kissing Booth. And she was like, please stop, like, leave me alone.
That is exactly how it
Yeah.
happened, actually.
It was just me, like, I really just creeped on her and made her hang out with me, so
Wow.
don't worry. You guys weren't around, otherwise I would have definitely, like, put you in little potato sacks and, like,
Aw.
kidnapped you also.
It was after we went and played basketball with the crew and I
Yeah.
injured myself 2 minutes into the game.
Oh, man.
Because I'm old.
Oh, I remember that.
And see, she was injured and I took advantage of it, you know?
Well,
Yeah.
I'm glad you had your game face on during that basketball game. And speaking of game faces, everyone had theirs on during Monday's episode of The Late Late Show, where your favorite celebs faced off in a game of dodgeball. Former First Lady Michelle Obama led Team USA, while Corden led Team UK.
I love this. I thought this was so funny, and anything Michelle Obama does, I'm gonna love. But also got me thinking, oh my God, hitting Michelle Obama with a ball,
Right?
When Benedict Cumberbatch does and immediately regrets his decision. He's like, oh no. Obama's gonna put me on some sort of list. He's on some sort of list. Like he's not gonna be allowed in the country. But anyway, I thought this was so fun.
It's almost not fair that she's in the game because who would throw something
But also
at her?
she was good.
Well,
she
she's
was
competitive.
I know
How could
she
you
was
throw anything
good.
at her? I would never throw.
I would never throw
I would feel
anything
so
at-
uncomfortable. Everyone else, I would feel fine throwing.
I would
stuff at.
throw kisses at her, and they'd be like, Shannon, play the game.
What's great though is like Michelle Obama is not only competitive and athletic, but
Yeah.
she's also funny
Yeah.
because she
Yeah.
was like, guys, when they go low, we go lower.
Because this is dodgeball. Yeah.
Punchline.
Why is it? Shannon and I were talking about this. Why is it men versus women? We thought it was UK versus USA.
I think they just ended up the teams they picked, and it's funnier because James, the way the narrative is like they're these like twitty guys getting beat by girls,
Oh,
but the girls, Alison Janney,
Oh, so
Melissa
is
McCarthy.
the
Lena
joke
Waithe.
that girls are good.
I don't
That's
know.
hilarious. I
don't
love
know.
that
I don't
bit.
know. It was
That's
a girl
amazing.
power thing, but the team: Lena Waithe, Kate Hudson, Alison Janney, Melissa McCarthy, Mila Kunis. What? And then
That is like an all-star team.
Yeah.
God, that's
Such
amazing.
a great team. It's so sad that Mila Kunis isn't on Instagram.
I know.
God, Mila
She's so
Kunis.
cool.
Yeah, I
Mila
really wish
Kunis,
she was.
Just
like,
come on and do
Yeah.
me.
yeah, come on and do. If we can use our tiny platform for anything in
wondering
the
where you're
world, we beg you, please come on the show and do that. Please.
Mila Kunis, what are you doing with your life?
Yeah.
There's a nice 25-year-old lesbian living in Midtown East who would happily take you on a date.
Yeah, come on.
Treat her to a nice steak dinner.
Ah, treat her to a nice date dinner.
If you guys could add one person on the USA team though, who do you think they're missing? Who do you think is like a good? Because it's pretty perfect.
You know who I think would show up for this game and do really well? Sandra Bullock.
Ooh.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
I think she would really kind of just like add a bit of intensity to this game, give it some edge. I think she's meant for this team.
I'm looking at someone who's really fit. I'm gonna go with Angela Bassett.
Ooh.
She probably has an
Whoa.
arm on her that would I would go. Yeah.
Oh my, I would take myself out of the game. I'd be like, no, she's gonna fuck me up. Angela Bassett is so hot
Right.
and so scary. Like,
Yeah.
she's so cool. Like, she's just like, to me, she is every character she's ever played. Like, she just is so powerful. Like, I feel like she is the ultimate witch.
Yeah.
Wait, who's top right
top right?
of the women?
Allison Janney.
Allison Janney.
Oh, that is
also
Allison Janney.
incredible pick.
Also incredible.
Wow,
I
she's
think I would
great.
choose Issa Rae only because she's like super awkward, and for the comedic relief in this situation, I would love to see her like.
Also, guys, what about Michelle Obama hitting hairstyles in the balls?
Oh, yeah.
How is that not more talk? That's one of the best parts.
Amazing.
Like the One Direction has me freaking out. Like
Do you think he
literally
really got hurt?
nails him.
No, I'm sure he was fine, right?
I don't know.
I've never played dodgeball. Is it like, does it hurt?
So
You
competitive.
Never, you never
No.
were forced to play dodgeball in school?
No.
The most barbaric competitive fun game ever.
I hated it.
Camp, I used to,
They
when
would
I had
make
my
me
growth
cry.
spurt, oh my God, you run up and you have strategy. You either run up and get the ball,
Or you
sit
fall back.
and you fall back and wait to catch it, and then you're just like dodging, you're nailing kids. Kids would get destroyed
It was
at
so
camp.
painful. The boys would hit so hard. It
Yeah.
really would hurt me. I hated it. It
Loved
shouldn't
it.
be. They shouldn't allow kids to play it.
Oh man.
It's not that barbaric.
No, they would really hurt me. We would have like boys, some go through growth spurts. Like,
Right.
Oh, that's true.
And I was like this big. There'd be like a 6'2" guy named Drew, 250 pounds, like throwing balls at me.
Well, that's
Oh,
horrible.
yeah.
Drew! I was so
Imagine
painful.
Jacob Elordi like pelting you with a ball.
Yeah,
like,
that-
he scares me.
Yeah, there's
Horrifying.
too much of a disparity between how fast some kids grow. It's like me, someone with like fucking triple D tits, and like a huge caveman all playing. We're not on the same team. I know we're all 12, but there's some stuff going on here. Okay?
I'm laughing because I was always like a foot taller than
Right.
everybody, so I was the one who ran up first and was just blasting all the little kids.
Yeah, it's like, it's not fair.
I was Drew.
It's like,
And I'm sorry, Allie. I'm
No,
sorry.
you're not.
no, you're
I'm
not.
not sorry.
No, but it's just those certain kids that like sucked on the giant's milk for too long.
Right.
Well, guys, moving on.
here for it.
Now it's time for our next guest. Jill Martin is an Emmy Award-winning TV personality, sportscaster, and fashion expert who's made her mark on NBC's Today Show, hosting Steals and Deals, and now as a lifestyle contributor. Today, she joins us to talk about the launch of her home collection, Jilly by Jill Martin. Everyone, please welcome Jill Martin.
Oh my God.
Oh.
Why did they call me?
Holy.
I didn't know if you would recognize me without my new float lift.
What
I
is
hope
happening?
somebody has a pool.
Wow.
Are they lips? Those are
amazing.
lips.
I want
That's
that
fantastic.
so much.
It is yours.
Can we
Whoever
lay it
has
right
a
here?
pool.
Wait,
Yeah.
someone get through it.
Yeah.
Right?
Wow.
Whoa, that
You
looks,
fit perfectly.
that looks so
Wait,
comfortable.
that looks like a labia.
Can the Jim get her face? Can you just zoom in on us?
Look, she's a baby being born.
Look at this shot. Look at this shot.
That is one I have never heard
Yeah.
with my
Right?
fun boy lip look.
I love it.
Yay.
It's
Oh,
amazing.
Jill, we love you already.
Hi.
Hi, nice to meet you.
Good to see you. Hi.
Thanks
Hello,
for being here.
hello.
These
Hi.
are- I can't
That
believe
is
I want
fantastic.
This is...
Look at this.
Oh my gosh.
I'm gonna
Do we
put
get
this
to keep
on you.
this?
Yes, everything.
Oh
I thought
my
I would just redecorate your set.
Oh,
Thank you.
please.
Yeah, I
because
love
like
blankets.
who doesn't love a swag bag, right?
Oh my
Yes.
gosh.
It's
this
so
looks
cold in
awesome.
here also.
Yeah. I
Because it's
just
a
what?
studio. Studios are always cold.
Your green rooms, I have to say, I walked in here, I'm
Aren't they
like,
beautiful?
what is going
Yeah.
on here?
They're beautiful, right?
We're known
And
for our green room.
The only issue I have with your green room is I ate, look at my tongue.
Yeah,
It's
you're
all
like,
red. I think I had how many? Like 35 Starburst.
Right.
You know why? Because it's the
Waiting.
pink
Well,
only.
we give the good flavors.
It's the red only,
Yeah,
so
it's
it's
so good.
the best.
It's the red, the pink, that, and I always, when I was younger, I always said, why don't they just do the red and the pink? Nobody eats the orange.
Right.
And does anyone eat orange and yellow Starburst?
No.
just
Get out.
one
Put your
freak in
hand
the
down.
audience.
See, and that person, we
You're
should
an
share
embarrassment
it.
to me.
Yeah. Anyway, thank you for having me.
Yes.
Thank
It's
you
so
for
much
being
fun.
here, and congratulations on your engagement.
Yes.
Thank you.
Beautiful.
It's different when you get married in your 40s as opposed to if I had gotten, oh, that was him a second ago, when you get married earlier. Like everyone's like, when's the wedding? Are you like looking for dresses? It's not like that. It's
Right.
kind of like we got engaged and I don't know, maybe we'll go to City Hall. It's just like a
Right.
different thing. It's somebody brought me a bridal book and it said something like bridesmaids inspiration. I'm like, inspiration?
Yeah.
Like I'm gonna start going through. It's just a very different thing, but it's interesting and it's great for the families and just a beautiful time and exciting. And I feel very grateful and lucky. So thank you.
That is so exciting.
Is there a fun story on how he asked the question?
There is because I'm like a private investigator. I don't know if you guys are like it's very hard to surprise me. I'll be like, so he sent me a paperless post to a cocktail party.
Okay.
And the woman who sent it is very formal. And on the it was a fake cocktail party that he was taking me to. And it only had my name on it when he sent the post.
Oh.
And I said, that's unusual. Like, I know we're not married, but like, shouldn't she have included? Jody's very formal. So I knew something was fishy, but I didn't know. I was literally in makeup from the stage show that morning with, high top pink sneakers. I mean, perhaps I would have put on, you see there,
Yeah, they're
I
so
would have put on a
cute.
pair of heels. But I was surprised, and the best part was his parents, his dad's 86, and my parents were there right after he had them in a tent on the beach in the Hamptons. And as a businessman, he made sure that I was wearing something from my line. I'm like, that's how you know.
That's
He's a
love.
keeper.
I was like, do I need a sweater or do you think a jean jacket's okay? He's like, wear your booty jean jacket.
Yeah.
So it was so funny.
That is
Anyway,
love.
That is, it's just,
It really is.
it's like as things develop. It was interesting though, after I was like, oh, that was good. I was like, why didn't you have me wear the pants? But yeah, it's good. It's an exciting time.
Yeah. So it is exciting. You also have the collection Julia by Jill Martin. So tell us the inspiration and why now? Why did you want to do this now?
So when I always worked, like since I was 16, I used to dance at like bar mitzvahs. I started a company. I was
No way.
like a motivational dancer.
That's always been one of my dreams to do that.
Really?
Be a bar mitzvah dancer.
Oh, it was like, I was like, here come the Schwartzes, and like,
my
got
God.
everybody like clapping, like hands in the
Oh
air.
my God.
We always
And,
do those fake dances backstage.
Yeah, you do, like to
Yeah.
get motivated. So that was like, I was a motivational dancer, and always worked and saved up money. And when I was 40 years old, I bought a house. It was like my first thing. I was single. I was like, I'm doing this on my own. I used every penny. And then I had no money to decorate. And I was like, everything I want is so expensive. And I know how to put things together. Like, I know how to do it, but I couldn't find anything. So I went to QVC where I already had a clothing brand. I'm wearing all this stuff now. And I said, can I do a home line? And just like sort of have it naturally evolve. And so that's what we did.
I love that.
So that's why like the towels you see I brought you, which is like very random that I brought you towels, but I thought like maybe they could use stuff because I had seen the set was so fun. And Fun Boy, is
So this is part of the collection?
Yeah, so I did a
Oh, I love
collaboration with Fun Boy and with this Venus et Fleur. These last a year.
Love those.
So I brought them for your set. And I just sort of brought in new companies to sort of just introduce a new line. And the palm tree print is just like really big this season, iconic of the 40s and, the Beverly Hilton.
Yeah.
And so we launched last month and super grateful. I mean, I just feel like I can bring accessible elegance into people's homes. With technology the way it is now, so many times we're paying for brand names when we really just want quality and something to, make our lives happier and homier and with love.
Yeah.
And so that's really what I feel like I'm doing.
And I love all the green. Is that just because you said that's what's trending, or is that something personal to you?
It's something, I have a whole room with wallpaper. And everyone's like, do you remember the show The Golden Girls?
Yes. Of
course.
Yeah.
Okay. I feel like a little bit old because we were sitting in the, do you know who Taylor Dane is?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, we were sitting, and Jill, who I work with, reps Taylor, is good friends with Taylor Dane, and said to Ashley, who I work with, do you know who Taylor Dane is? And she's 29, and she didn't know. And then what song did you know? Oh, Tell It to My Heart.
To my heart.
Yeah, tell
Yeah, I
me
got
I'm
you.
the only one. Yeah. But you sort of like age yourself a little bit. What was the question that I got off?
Oh,
on Taylor
just the
Dane?
green. But I want to know.
Oh, the green,
Yeah.
yes. Just an iconic print and Fun Boy, like, the Kardashians, everybody loves the brand. And I thought I would just bring that to QVC with sort of a unique twist to it. So
Yeah.
it's happy.
Yeah, I love it.
So is this, it seems, what I love about this is like stylish, very like Hollywood glamour, but it seems designed for everyday people, right?
Yeah, I mean, it's like, I just wanted everybody to be able to get in on the line and to be able to, everything doesn't have to be that expensive, and there
Right.
still could be quality there. And I knew how it felt. I mean, I worked my entire, like girl boss, like you're working hard too, but it's very, as a woman, and we're still evolving, but as a woman, just trying to like make it on your own, and I was single up until 2 weeks ago. And when I bought my first house, I really take pride in every single thing I bring in my house. And I really think like you should surround yourself with things that you're proud of and that you're proud to entertain with and that bring love and light into your house. And so I wanted to be able to create that for people who can now afford it.
Yeah.
And so it is. Everything's basically under $100. I mean, our whole towel set's like $39.
Oh, that's fantastic.
So yeah, and QVC allows you to do that because you produce in such mass that you're able to bring in at the same quality. So
can we only get this through QVC?
yes, I have
Cool.
it's through QVC. So sometimes like I'm driving in the middle of the night. It's in Philly.
Right, yes.
So like I get in the car, I go, like watch my shows on the way, and then come home, at 3 or 4 in the morning. Everything is live.
Wow.
It's like very,
Wow,
you're
yeah.
live here, but it's a very bizarre
Right.
sort of
Right.
setup.
Yeah. And you were recently promoted to a lifestyle contributor for NBC after helping them rake in more than $60 million in e-commerce. That is insane. Congratulations.
Yes.
Thank you, thank
Steals and
you,
Deals is no joke.
thank you.
I have purchased multiple.
You
Steals and
have
Deals.
anything?
At least 4.
Oh, anything that's like your.
There was like this wrap watch that I wore forever. I'd forget the brand,
So
but I
funny.
wore this wrap watch that I saw you.
Oh, that's so nice. I love hearing those stories. It's so funny because, I work for the Knicks, and I'll be like courtside, and somebody will be like, oh, I missed out on the lotion. And it's like, no matter how much money you have, no matter who you are, everybody loves a deal.
Yeah.
Like, that's just, and the Today Show is just such, and it seems like you guys have that here. It's just such an incredible energy and family, and to be able to bring that to our viewers has been really exciting. And yeah, I mean, it's been, that's what everything is sort of becoming now, to be able to bring the best of the best. And everything is like, totally vetted. And it's exciting when you walk down the street, somebody will be like, Steals and Deals. I'm like, hey, hey, Steals and Deals. I'm like, I've been called worse.
Yeah, exactly.
Call
It's a
me
good thing you-
Steals, no problem.
In New York City, it's a good thing to be
Yeah.
shouted. That's-
Yeah, right? Like
yeah.
Steals, I like have like street cred with that.
Exactly. Yeah.
Like, hey,
Oh, I
Steals.
know
with
you do.
I'm like, with a Z.
Are there any products or deals we should be on the lookout for this summer?
I just was on this morning. I came from there of how to make your morning routine better. So are you guys good sleepers?
Fantastic. I'm too good
Too
at it.
good, yeah.
Really?
Oh, I'm not
I'm
the
not
best.
great anymore.
We're not good. Talk
Yeah.
to us.
Split the check.
Well, what's the, like, when you say good sleepers, you go to sleep when and wake up when?
I go to sleep kind of late, like maybe 11 or midnight, and I get like a solid 7 to 8 hours, and it's like an uninterrupted, deep, amazing sleep.
So do you put like issues or anything going like on a shelf, a proverbial shelf?
Yeah.
And you could just go to sleep and.
Yeah, I do like deep breathing, and like within a minute, I'm asleep.
What? I had to play a story last night and fall asleep and think about magic and pizza. I couldn't fall asleep for an hour last night.
It's because you watch Trump's speech and you just.
Oh, the angst.
I don't do that.
That's my
I
problem.
know. I listened to Matthew McConaughey the other day on the app.
That's
Do you
the-
guys know the
yeah,
Calm
the
app?
Calm app.
And then I was like, is it like cheating on my fiance if I'm listening to Matthew McConaughey? Maybe I should go for like a girl or not him, because like Matthew, it's a little bit weird, like whispering in your ear.
Yeah.
And you could sleep too all through the
Yeah, I
night?
sleep well. Maybe it's like I'm okay. I'm already an anxious person, so I'm just used to it. So I just go to sleep, and Freddy Krueger's there, and I'm fine with it. Like no big deal. Like that's what nightmares are.
So funny. And you are not sleeping?
No, I don't sleep.
At all?
No, I don't.
Do you take notes in the middle of the night? Like,
Yeah.
yeah. I know. You have to like, and you're listening to Matthew with me.
Yeah, listen, Matthew, because I have so many thoughts in my head, personal, political, everything
I
going on.
know.
I can't shut off.
I know. So going back to it, so it was how to, make your morning routine better. I do believe, though, and this is like tied into everything else, that the less clutter you have in your life, and I've written books about this, it's like, I believe that like if everything has a place and a home, and you sort of like wake up to pretty and you go to sleep to everything organized, your mind is less cluttered and you could sleep. I do believe in that. So I
Yeah.
do believe there are things you can do. Certain people don't. I get like emails from my mom at 3:30 in the morning with ideas, and I mean, she never sleeps. I'm like, go to sleep, but you have to go to sleep. Great, go to sleep. I'll be on QVC, and like they'll be like, your mom's on the phone, like calling in at 3 in the morning, and I'm like, what is she doing up?
God, that's amazing.
But so grateful for the. But so anyway, so that was
Right.
today's Steals and Deals, is how to sort of better your morning routine, because who doesn't want to be better?
Yeah,
we all
absolutely.
could be better.
We all can be
Absolutely.
better.
So what's next for you?
Sleep.
More sleep?
It's so funny. After this, I am going to sleep.
Okay, good.
No, you know where I'm going tonight? Actually, I found this place, the Belmont Tavern. Where is it in New Jersey? They don't take reservations, and you go in and like you really have to like you give your name, and then it's like one of those like
yeah,
no
love
soup
it
for you.
already.
Like you go in, you give your name, everybody has to be there. You like say hello, but not too nice, and then you like stand by the bar and you get the drink, and then you wait there calmly. It's like don't say a word. Yeah, it's
Sounds
very.
so fun.
It's
That's,
I
yeah.
love that.
You're like
You're gonna
they-
relax there.
Yeah, right? No, but they have these like signature dishes. So I'm gonna sleep and then eat. That is
Okay.
going to be the day.
That's
But
the perfect plan.
yeah, it's a good plan. No, but what's next? I'm just so grateful. Everybody, this is launching and everyone's excited about this. and everyone's healthy as we hear the ambulances behind us. It reminds you, and I'm just, having a good time and really appreciative.
Yeah, well, we appreciate you. Thank you
Thank
so
you.
much.
Thank you for letting me decorate your set.
We love it.
And guys, you can shop Jill's home collection, Jilly, on QVC.com. That's all from us. We'll see you guys tomorrow. Same time, same table.
Bye.